Hello, everybody. Welcome to Echo Underground. I'm Shanique,
This is Mike.
and on this podcast, we talk about music, movies, and any other interesting topics. I almost said it.
I know.
Today's episode is about the new album by Cardi B called "Invasion of Privacy." So I'm gonna give this a rating of about a strong B plus slash A minus. So here's my reason why. She actually had bars. She had a variety of topics. Obviously, she has her trap stuff because she calls herself the Trap Selena. So I'm not surprised that she has trap records on here. But she has songs about, people trying to bring her down when she just got here. And she talks about how like she came from the strip club and worked real hard to actually get here. She talks about obviously a man who's a piece of shit. I don't think there was any male positivity on this album. Maybe I missed something. Did I miss something, Michael?
I promise you didn't.
Okay.
This wasn't for the males.
This really wasn't. Some of the trap songs, sure, but yeah, like a lot of the records, she telling her feelings, like, and there was also like warnings to females who keep trying to check her as well. And she represented her culture a little bit on this one of the songs. So I like that. I like the variety in that way. I thought she could have did better on some of her tracks as well. That's why she's not gonna A for me. But her bars was the best part of this album. She was the best part of her own album, and that to me is a bonus on any artist. Your features can't beat you. They should enhance you, but not overshadow you. If that makes sense. So I was surprised at how good this album, because I was worried, because after Bodak Yellow, I didn't like Barty Cardi, which is on this album as well. And then Be Careful came out. I was like, okay. But really listening to the album as a whole, I actually like her verses. I admit there's a lot of mention of a certain word, but we'll get into it. And I had fun with this album. I was like dancing and shit. Michael would have laughed if he saw me. But yeah, overall, B plus, A minus. What about you?
Now, what do you call a grade that's a B plus A minus? Like,
Well, like it's a strong B
I'm
plus,
believing.
but like
I'm trolling, babe. Don't worry about it, yo.
you
But
trying to troll
I'm
me.
I'm honestly in the same kind of area. I'm actually just gonna call mine a B plus just to save the confusion of anyone who actually asked that question and isn't trolling. Like they actually want like a legitimate answer. I'm just gonna go with a B plus.
Yo, what was
Now,
with the
one,
red light?
no, I'm sorry. I was reading my notes at the same time, and I was trying to, my mouth and my brain were on the same page. But now we are. We're back to reality. So, I know Shanique had a pretty high hype meter for this album, and to me, I had a really high curiosity meter for this album because me and Shanique, Shanique and I talked about this probably on this podcast before too. Like, in order for us to properly get a good feel of how good of a rapper she is, or even just a musician and artist that she is, we kind of need to hear like an entire body of work in the form of an album. And I'm pretty sure that she delivered pretty well. Like she's actually exceeded my expectations. This song, sorry, not this song, but this album pretty much went through very, very well for me. Like subject matter aside, everything was great. One thing Cardi does well is she's like pretty much mastering her own sound and flow, and she's pretty much mastering like the punchline game right now. Because there were just some of these things in here that were like so witty. I was like, wow, that was actually really slick. Don't know how you came up with that. And there's actually some interesting sounds coming out of this album as well. One of them are on my top three. And it's like, I honestly want to like throw. It's weird. Like I don't know where my top three I want to throw it. So my top three is in like a weird like non-top three order. They're just not my favorite three songs right now. But like one of them has such an interesting sound that I did not expect Cardi to pull it off. But I came out, it went so well executed that I can't even say nothing about it. But enough of me rambling. Let's go.
All right. Before we get into it, guys, tweet us at Echo U Podcast. Let us know what you guys think. And you can find us anywhere on at Echo Underground Podcast, and comment, like, share, repost our stuff, get our name out there. So my number 3 is "I Like It," featuring Bad Bunny and J Balvin. Now, there's a couple reasons why I like this song. One, it's reggaeton to the highest power, which I was like, oh shit, she's Afro Latina, so hey, get the culture in there. I was like, good. I like that it sampled like an old school Spanish song that you hear in like movies. I thought that was pretty cool. The Spanish singers were really amazing on the track, and I was jamming to it. I thought it was like a really good party song as well. And her verses were really good. So I like that it represented her culture and it was well done. And I have no complaints about that. What do you think of "I Like It"? Unless it's in your top 3. Which I
I
feel
like
like.
how every time you ask me these questions, I was like, gotta follow it with unless it's in your top 3.
Yep.
But it is in my top 3. But this is the song I was exactly talking about just a while
I
ago as
know. That's
well.
why I
Like,
was like,
with the
I know
interesting
this is
sound.
good.
So I'm like, screw it. I'm not gonna bother like moving around to the top 3 if it's already in yours. But this probably was like probably the most interesting sound that came out of this whole thing, and I got one of them vibes from like the world ended up getting from like Despacito. Like you don't speak Spanish, but you vibe so hard with the Spanish in the song. And
Yep.
outside of that, Cardi actually did a really damn good job herself. Like I just didn't see this kind of thing. It's like one of them things that you didn't know you wanted until you hear it, and then you're like, wow, I kind of want another. So yeah, I don't know. I like it. This is a really solid song. Probably the most unique thing that Cardi came out with, as far as like everything else, kind of borderlines hip hop and I'm sorry, borderlines R&B, full blown hip hop. But this goes into like a whole new realm where like you don't see this kind of mix too often anymore. Like they used to exist a whole lot and it died down. But this right here, I can respect the sound that came out of it. I respect the end result. I'm a big fan of this song. Me putting it at my number 3 spot is a little redundant because I don't know where my top 3 I really want is. A part of me is like, I want to say it's my first song on the album. Another is like, but there are some other really good ones though. I don't really know what I want to do with this, but it needs to be my top 3. I know that much. So yeah, I like it. Probably one of the weirdest, most confusing songs for me to put in the top 3.
Okay, so is it your number 3 or do you actually have a number 3?
That's my number 3. Oh, I'm making my number 3 only because it's already your number 3, and I want to like pause to talk about it later on. So yeah, that's my number 3
Okay,
right now.
okay. Um, so my number 2 then is "Best Life" featuring Chance the
We
Rapper.
may have the same top 3.
Okay, fine. I'm only gonna talk about it a little bit then. So I mean, she does a lot of good things. It's basically the song's about living. You only got one life to live. Fuck them haters. I'ma do me. That's basically what this song is. I'm still not a fan of her singing, except for a later track on it. I think "Through the Phone." The only time she sings on the album is that's the only song where she sings on the album where I'm okay with it. I ain't like it here, but I did like her verses. I love Chance's verse, and I like that he carried the chorus too.
Uh-huh.
So I think that's all I'm gonna say. But I thought Chance and Cardi, two people who have very distinct sounds, like it's them rapping every time you hear their voice. They mesh really well. So I like the collaboration, and he's probably, in my opinion, the best collaboration on this album. There's only one I didn't particularly like, but we'll get there. What do you think of "Best Life" featuring Chance the Rapper?
I feel like if you add Chance to almost, he's just one of those guys who's like, in my opinion, one of those like new age Andre 3000s where like you put him on any track as a feature and he's like going to contribute something. And he pretty much played his part here. Um, Everything about it kind of went through well for me. Him carrying the chorus, I agree with you right there, was probably a really good idea. And even the little smaller verse that he had was pretty well done for Chance. And as far as Cardi goes, I think she did really well all the way through. The singing was noticeable, but not intolerable for me
Yeah.
anyway. So I gave her a little slide on that one. But everything went through pretty well. Like I think this is another one of those. I know I said just a while ago. Another one of those combinations that you didn't know you wanted, but as soon as you hear it, you kind of want more because you realize it's just always cool to see which two rappers have like their own distinct sounds from each other, but mesh so well and have so much synergy together when they actually like collaborate on something. So yeah, I guess we have the same number 3 and number 2 apparently. Let me see if you have the same number 1 now.
All right. So since we potentially had the same number 1, I'm just gonna say mine. Get Up 10.
Yep, we got the same
Yeah,
time.
I had a feeling. All right. All right. Get Up 10. It's probably one of the hardest ways to come into an album by a female rapper I heard in a long time. Now, Rhapsody did it pretty well, but she came in hella hard. This song was like, oh, I really started from the bottom. I used to be a stripper. I was doing this thing, and now I'm here. And I like that the whole meaning of the title, which she said later in the song, it's like, you knocked me down 9 times, I'm going to get up 10 times. And I was like, and then she ended with a strong bitch at the end of it, which I was like dying at that part. She sounded hella angry, but people are annoying sometimes. Good intro to the album, straight bars. This song was mostly bars. Like, I don't really think there was a chorus, maybe a little bit towards the end. And she had a weird parallel with her vagina that I didn't understand, but I'm like, we gonna let that slide. I'm like, okay, it's cool. And I like the beat. It's just a dope song. What do you think of Get Up 10?
Get Up 10 is, you know me, a sucker for good intros, but a really dang good intro. What's crazy is this is like along the lines of what I saw Cardi doing if she did it well. Like hard female rapping done well. And I was like, all right, let's see how hard she's going to go. Let's see how hard, these punchlines actually punch. A's all across the board. Good intro. Went through all the way just fine. I mean, it did, like, she does some long verses in this one. Like, I remember, I think I agree with Shanique. You don't really hear the chorus until like a minute and change into the song, which is like a little longer than the average song. But that was fine though, cause like when you go like just this far, we're just like straight up punchline after punchline. Like it's not even they're just a point where like she just like putting lines together only cause like how much wit there was in all of them. And I was like, yes, yo, like I didn't even know you had that kind of like mental capacity to put together like these kind of lyrics. Cause this right here is kind of fire. And Cardi B, like don't get me wrong, like she's on my radar because she's kind of have to be on everyone's radar because she's like one of the very exclusive amounts of female rappers available right now. Very small list of them anyway.
3.
So I'm like, what? Sure, yeah, right, pretty much 3, right? And I'm like, okay, let me see how hard. Both the other females, they're going really freaking hard. You can't ignore that. One thing the females do, I don't know if it's like a thing that female rappers pretty much are obligated to do now, but like I'll tell you one thing right now, these 3 do it really damn well, is when they go hard in the paint. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. And the bass and the beat in the song all the way through was pretty dope. Outside of some of the sus lyrics that Shanique might have found picking through the song, the actual message behind it was really good too. Like, it's a typical message been done before. Get knocked down 9 times. Knocked down 9 times, get up 10. And it worked. The entire story and context of the song works so well with all her lyrics and the sound and the location on the album. Nothing bad to say about this. I'm pretty much a dick riding at this point, but it went pretty smooth.
Yeah, and you know what's another song that I think I told you about it, but it's called Red Bars by Cardi B. Is a perfect example of what you liked about this song. It's just straight bars. There's no chorus at all in that song.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, Michael would love that song by her. It's better than Bodak Yellow in my opinion. And speaking of Bodak Yellow, that is my honorable mention of this album. I think Michael walking into this was like, yo, she gonna pick that first. Nah.
No, not necessarily. I didn't think he was gonna put it on your top 3, to be honest. Cause I'm like, there's plenty of other good things in here. I think that are actually better than Bodak Yellow, and there might be a slight bias since we've heard Bodak Yellow like all year long and part of last year. So I figured you might be looking for some of the new sounds might actually catch your attention more than Bodak Yellow did on this album,
Yeah, but
which
that
apparently he did.
yeah, it's in my it's like it's in the sore spot, so it is my honorable mention of the album. My favorite part of Bodak Yellow is not the chorus. The chorus is for a chorus so slow. It's hella catchy for some reason. And but my favorite part, there's a part of Bodak Yellow where it's just the longest verse. There's no chorus. She just goes in and she starts rapping really fast. That has always been my favorite part of that song. And that to me also shows that she actually can go hard. Um, and for a simple concept, I thought it did pretty well. I know there's like controversy about because she mimicked another flow. Like she had the inspiration for the flow of the song from Kodak Black because he has another song that's like Kodak something. But my opinion, she did it better than him. But that's not hard to do. No shade
Thank
to
you.
Kodak Black song.
No, absolute shade. Take the whole tree.
But yeah, that's my honorable mention. What do you think of Bodak Yellow? And do you have an honorable mention?
No, I don't have an honorable mention. And Bodak Yellow, I'm putting my biases aside only because like I'm suffering from radio overkill. Because when I hear a song that I like to hear it on my time. I don't like to hear it on the radio every other song. And that's kind of where Bodak Yellow was. Like I got really oversaturated with it to the point where I got tired of the sound. But outside of that bias right there, I will admit the song is catchy as heck. And the song does have like some other, that's what Cardi's pretty good at. Has some good bars in it when you think about the lyrics and when you just take the lyrics out of the song itself and go through them. You're like, wow, who thinks of things to go together like this and make them rhyme, make them flow together, make them tell a story. And I'm like, when you those kind of factors right there, especially since it's Cardi's like claim to fame pretty much. I don't doubt that she had things before that, but Bodak Yellow was pretty much her claim to fame that pretty much skyrocketed her into stardom or whatever. So Bodak Yellow was a cool song. I'm glad it did all the favors it did for Cardi. Outside me and my biases about the song being oversaturated in my ears, I think it's actually pretty good. But I'm still not going to go out of my way right now to listen to Bodak Yellow. I've had enough Bodak Yellow for all of 2018, probably part of 2019. I'll be good.
All right. Let's get into it. Next song, Drip featuring Migos. This is when Cardi B was like, "Yo, I'm trapped all day, every day." And it's catchy. It's a catchy intro. Like I was like, "Oh, this how we going in?" It's a little repetitive, but I notice anytime Migos gets featured with an artist, they make the songs a little bit repetitive. I was like, all right. Definitely a radio song. I can imagine people playing this on the radio, 100%. I put it makes me want to shake my ass. It did. I was shaking my ass to this song. It was awesome.
What?
Yeah, I was like, I was dancing.
Did you write that down in your notes?
Yup, I did.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing to me.
Offset's verse, because now I know the difference between Offset and Takeoff. And Takeoff is the deeper voice guy. Offset verse was actually okay. He had a really good flow. I actually thought Offset and Takeoff flow was good. Lyric ability, still slacking. But they didn't ruin the ratchetness of the song. They enhanced the ratchetness of the song. And then I was like, where's Quavo? But two of them niggas mean both Migos, all Migos is there. But overall, I like Cardi's verse the most on this track. And I thought they actually were a good combination. And I could tell from Motorsport they would be good together. And Drip to me is a better collaboration than Motorsport. So yeah, I like Drip. I was having fun with the song. It's definitely a party song, and I could see it being played all over the radio. She'll probably release that as a single, to be honest. What do you think of Drip?
Drip was cool. You know what? The moment I heard, you know the names and I don't, but whoever the first one that came on from Migos was, and I was like, oh god, I knew there's gonna be a Migos song on this album somewhere. It was unavoidable, and I was like, here we go. Let's time to hold our breath for the rest of the song. And I started listening to it, and I was like, I don't hate this song. I mean, granted, you know what's crazy though? I think the order that they came in was the order that I liked them the most. Like the first guy I liked the most. Second guy I liked him, I guess. And the last guy, I was only two of them, right?
Yeah, I don't think Quavo was
Okay,
on the
yeah,
track
okay,
at
fine.
all. Yeah.
Fair enough. Unless you know, you said they sound the same, so maybe when they come on, but who cares? I will admit the first male verse was probably my favorite one, and
Yep.
Cardi's part was obviously, Cardi's part. Nothing wrong with that. So yeah, Shanique was definitely right about one thing. It's repetitive as heck, and that's kind of like a Migos thing. Cause I figured like "Walk It Like a Talk" is like for some reason one of the most popular songs of the Migos out of Culture 2, and
I told you.
it confuses me.
It makes
There was
so
a
much
day.
sense.
There was a day I think I went to like the gas station or something
Walk
like that,
like a talk.
and like people were like in their cars blasting "Walk It Like I Talk It," and I'm like, you chose one of the most garbage songs on the album to be your favorite. Then again, it's my opinion. I'm just some guy, but it's my opinion that song's absolute garbage. Which I think I talked to also talking to Shanique about as well. The video is so dope. It's like an old school Soul Train like TV show video, and I'm like, there's so many good factors surrounding this. It has like the fan appeal. It has the video, and then you listen to the song, and it's just the chorus. But whatever, it's the Migos formula. I can't, knock it. But I will admit though that they did a much better job with this one, and I will agree with Shanique another thing too. It did do a lot better, a lot more favors to me than Motorsport did. Granted, I like Cardi's part in Motorsport, but I just didn't like Migos' part. Liked them in this one though. I'll give them that much.
Yeah.
So maybe there is potential.
See, I'm telling my girl, I was like, yo, "Walk It Like a Talk" It gonna be on the radio, son, because it's catchy enough to be on the radio. Not to Michael, but to other people. I know how this generation thinks, man.
That's why I don't got my radio on, because I know exactly. I'm afraid of how they think, because they're going to keep putting garbage on my radio. I got to turn that shit off. Until Shanique turns it back on anyway.
Yep. Walk it like a talk it. No, I'm playing.
I will stop the car.
Alright, next up is Bickenhead. And I like how it's it's kind of, I don't want to say a parody. It's kind of like a, sample for Chicken Head. I forgot the guy who made the song Chicken Head, but you can see on the part of the chorus, exactly like that Chicken Head song. And I like how she said, "This is a song for the nasty hoes." And I was like, all right, we got that part of the album.
Yeah, which is only 3 songs in.
Yeah, I love the beat. I actually thought her verse was fine. I was like, yo, this should be on the radio too.
If that one makes it to the radio, I will be legitimately shocked.
Yep. Picking it. I'm gonna be right. It's gonna be on the radio. I'm telling you, or in the clubs. One of them shits.
I mean, I don't doubt it's gonna be no club. Clubs will play whatever they want to. If it's on the radio, if you want marketability, I just wouldn't choose this song. But you know what? Crazier things have happened, like "Walk It Like I Talk It." So I can't even speak right now.
Hey, if Chicken Head can be on the radio, Bacon Head can be on the radio. But yeah, I liked her flow. She had a couple of punchlines that I thought was really good in this song. And it's very danceable. I was having fun with it. I was like, hey, pop, Bacon Head. But that's just me. What does Michael think of Bacon Head?
Shanique's an absolute clown today. I don't know what's gotten into her.
Pop, Bacon Head. All right, go.
But yeah, I thought it was cool. Everything from the beat was cool about it. The part that drew me in is the raw ass lyrics in this song.
Yeah.
This isn't the only song on the album that does this, but this is just the one that like brought hell. I think Get Up 10 even had like some moments in there where like there were just some lyrics in there where that made you raise your eyebrow. This one I think was like she did not even tap the brakes. She was like, "We're gonna go full speed ahead," which with the ratchetry in my lyrics, like the sound behind everything sounds so good that you like get confused that this kind of lyrics are behind. But then again, if it's Cardi B, you probably expect it. So I can't even. I'm just talking like a guy on the outside. But it's like, yo, this song was definitely made for like as she said, the freaky hoes or whatever it was.
Nasty hoes.
That's right.
Yo, alright. Next one. Be careful. This song I liked on the second hearing. Because the first time I heard it, I was like, I wouldn't have used this song. I hope that's not her single. But I love the beat. Again, I wasn't a fan of her singing on this song, but it didn't hurt the song per se. Um, the song is basically like, karma's a bitch. And it's like, yo, you better be careful how you treat me. She's like, I'm not making a threat. I'm making warnings.
Mm.
And I put, oh, this song's about some dude cheating. Some dude's an asshole and he cheating. And I was like, all right. And it's kind of funny because I'm like, ain't you engaged now? Shouldn't you be like, yo, my man's good and shit? Instead, she's like, nah. Nigga asshole cheating.
Yo, hip hop is weird about that. Like, rappers, for some reason, no matter if you're engaged, married, got kids with them, no matter what the case is, somehow everyone still makes room to talk about getting bitches. And I'm like, yo, what? You don't get to say that.
I
You get to sit
know.
down and be married and be happy. Like, I don't know. I guess you're just obligated to do it at some point in your repertoire, and if you're a rapper. But like, apparently that still applies if you're married. So I must be wondering, like, if I'm someone's spouse, if I'm Cardi's spouse, and she's out here talking about going out and doing whatever to these guys, I'm just like, hold up, yo.
Yeah, but they're assholes. This guy's an asshole in the song, at least.
No. I'm talking. I know this is like. I get this one. This guy being an asshole.
But you
I'm
like in general, yeah, I get you.
Yeah, right. And I'm like, hold up, yo. I'm a little confused. Why you producing this kind of music when I'm right here? Anyways, I cut you off. Go ahead. I have to get that off my chest.
You know, that also reminds me of like LL Cool J. He was married, but then he released Doing It. And I'm like, and then the video was not okay.
Yeah.
His video has not been that explicit since, because his wife was like, nah, son. Like, I know you
Yeah.
LL Cool J, but
Right.
we married. Like, nah. You can't be on all these hoes and shit. So ever since then, he don't be all up on them. If anyone has ever seen the Doing It video by LL Cool J, you will understand why she's upset. But yeah, Be Careful was probably the first song on the album where she's like, nigga tried me. And I thought that was kind of funny. What do you think of Be Careful?
Shoot, she got a nigga try me type of attitude for real. So I wasn't even doubting that for real. So Be Careful was pretty cool. I do like the fact that there was something like going on, and it's like Cardi doing what Cardi does best, giving you a warning and signs in in rhyme form for why you should not do whatever you did to me. So if I was who was it, Quavo? Who she with?
Offset.
If I was Offset, I'd just be I'd just be on my toes, like, yo, dude, do not fuck up, because this girl sound dangerous. I'm not even with her, and I don't want those problems. So just watch your back, bro.
Better be careful what you say to me. That's a totally different Be Careful. The next one is Ring featuring Kalani. Okay, so here's what I thought the song was about, and here's what happened. So I was like, oh, this song's about, finally getting that ring, getting that man. Nah. The song is like, yo, you ain't shit. You ain't give me no ring. You don't call no more. You ghosted me. And I'm like, whoa, you took a left? I thought you were gonna finally get a positive song. Didn't happen today. Did not happen today. And it caught me off guard. But it's basically she's messing with an ain't shit nigga, He ain't calling no more. She's like, yo, I don't want to call you anymore because I got, like, all the calls are from me. Where you at? He's either leading her on or he's ghosting her or doing both at the same time. And then Kalani sounded really good in the song. So I actually thought, surprisingly, this collaboration worked really well. What do you think of Ring?
Ring was interesting. I have had this, on and off relationship with Kalani recently, where it's like I really like her voice and I really like wherever she's popped up in. Because I know it's not the first time we've even talked about her on the podcast, but it went pretty well with this one. I didn't mind it. I didn't really mind this one. I do like that Cardi's kind of like bouncing around with her little, her subject matters for her songs. Everything went pretty well for the song. Didn't really have any complaints for it. Like, it didn't really blow me out the water. But I did I did appreciate seeing the kind of range that she has with her sound. Like, it's one of those slower paced songs, considering how hard everything else was that was punched out, in this album. So it's like, okay, she put the brakes on it. Still some pretty good, little more subtle punchlines here and there, but they all, for the most part, worked out pretty well. So I was like, you know what? It's another collaboration that makes me know that, there are other, artists that if she collaborates with will probably work out well. Because Kalani could probably be like a good little baseline to compare everybody else to, who does like the slower R&B type of sounds. So maybe this won't be the last time that Cardi kind of chased down this kind of sounds.
You know what's funny? Even when she's trying to be soft, I feel like the hardness is about to come out. Like, I feel it.
That's where I came from with the whole, like, her punchlines just like still in there somehow. Like, the song is trying to slow her down, and she's like, "No, I'm Cardi. I'm gonna go hard." And I'm like, "Cardi, chill." You know what though? I do still get the impression that she had the potential to pull it off though. So
yeah, and also I think, like, no shade to her accent, kind of, and the way she raps, kind of makes it hard for her to sound kind of soft in a way. Eventually, I think she'll have to switch up her, kind of pull like a Little Kim, but in the opposite direction. Like, Little Kim is soft spoken, but when she's on a track, she's like, ugh. She needs to kind of do that, but like in reverse. But then again, she might not be Cardi B if she does that. I don't think so. Who knows? We might see it in the future. And I heard her album already went gold, so it's like, hey, number two, man. Next one, Money Bag. Now, this is another party song. I can see this on the radio too. It's not even the best song on this album, but it's definitely one of the most marketable songs on the album. I like the beats. The verses were decent. I like that she shouted out some rappers on there. But other than that, I thought the song was just okay. It wasn't my favorite song on the album. What do you think of Moneybag?
That's kind of where I'm landing as well. This was my, it's okay. That was my song for this one, which is not a bad thing, because It's Okay by Cardi standards right now, at least for this album, is actually pretty good in comparison to what it could be with a lesser capable artist. So you know what, I'm plenty okay with this song, but that's pretty much as far as it's gonna get for me. I do see that it can be just banked on for its marketability a lot more than hopefully Drip and Bickenhead does, especially Bickenhead. But
I'm sorry.
Especially that one. That one's gonna be a freaking mess if it gets on the radio.
Yo, I'm gonna blast that shit in his car. Just putting that out there.
I will turn my radio off. You're gonna be blasting on your iPod through your headphones.
I'm blasting it in the car, in the house.
She trying to start a fight, but that's fine. I'll be ready.
All right. Next one, Barty Cardi featuring 21 Savage. Why you gotta trap so hard? Mike already knows that's my 21 voice.
Yeah.
There was some sus at. Okay, this song was funny as fuck to me. I don't know why. Like, I actually know why. 21 Savage made this song funny. Like, his punchlines were so fucking dumb. He's like, I don't eat pussy. I'm fasting. What is the point of you saying that? Or like, he said some other stupid shit too, where I was just like, nigga, why are you talking this way? He didn't ruin the song because I found him funny, but I'm not sure if I was supposed to laugh. I don't think I was supposed to laugh. So maybe he did ruin the song. But her verses were hella strong. So I thought it was, okay, And then he also said, I like hot sauce on my chicken. What? Or I'll pull the rubber off and I put hot sauce on her titties. That don't even rhyme.
Or make sense.
Or make sense. And then he's like, all these BBS niggas, my sperm worth millions. Oh God. That bitch so bad I pop a molly before I hit it. And then his verse is over. His verse was trash. But it made me laugh for some reason because I'm like vibing with Cardi. Got a body with Cardi. And then he comes in and he's like, your bitch wanna party with a savage? And then I'm like, nah. Nope. Can't do it. But he made me laugh. Like, it actually made me laugh. When I heard the line where he said, I don't eat pussy, I'm fasting, I busted out laughing. But I'm not sure if I was supposed to laugh. And
that was a better bar than everything Kodak said.
Leave Kodak
I just realized that.
Yo, leave him alone. I'm sorry.
You just a better bar. Like, you just said the fasting and laughing part, and I was like, wow. That actually made me say okay instead of everything he said, but whatever.
Look, all I know is, well, he goes, I don't eat pussy, I'm fasting, I'm a blood, my brother's crippin'. Bitch, I'm dripping, ho, you trippin'. Told that waitress, I ain't tipping. And then he's like, I like hot sauce on my chicken. That rhymes, but it's dumb as fuck. Like, at the same time, it's just dumb. But he didn't enhance the song. But for me, he didn't ruin it because I found his verse entertaining. And that's my review of Bartley Cardi.
Does it even make sense to me to talk about it now? Because I'm pretty sure they know where I'm going to go with this.
Nah, keep going. Opinions.
You just want to hear me troll, but that's fine. I'm going to troll and troll. But I was never particularly a fan of the song even before. Like, before this album, there was Bodak Yellow and there was this song. I would far rather listen to Bodak Yellow than I would for this song. Because Cardi, she did a pretty okay job herself. But then, like, the taste that gets left in my mouth after listening to this song is just, like, all the garbage that got... Like, if you've listened to the Kodak Black podcast, you know exactly how I feel.
Leave him alone.
If you have not, please look at it. I mean, sorry, listen to it. You can't look at the podcast. But if you listen to it, you'll realize that this guy is on something. Like, there were just times where everything that came out of his mouth was just incoherent. He was just saying things for the sake of saying it. Maybe he was going for, like, shock factor. I don't know. It shocked me. Apparently, Shanique has a much better sense of humor than I do, because I was just like, this dude is smoking something that looks very much like a crystal. But you know what? This song was probably my lowest rated for the album. Probably because I didn't. This one, and this is not even for a bias, because this was Overkill too. But this one's not even coming from a bias. I could actually listen to Bodak Yellow back in the day when it first came out. This one, I'm just like, I'm just not a big fan of it for real. So yeah, it's whatever.
I agree. This is the weakest song on the album, 100%. And then to me, after that, Moneybags. Those two are the weakest songs on this album. But yeah, I was having fun with that song. Yeah, made me laugh. But anyway, we're gonna move on to She Bad featuring YG. YG was horrible on this song. Sorry.
Yeah. It's crazy because I was like, oh, that's a good name to put on your album, yo. Oh, then YG just he kind of like...
She bad.
He missed the bar, right.
That's all he said throughout this entire song.
For whatever reason, I believe that whenever a song is repetitive, that's how they try to market it. I feel like that's just how radio stations think. We're all dumb now. Like, hey, which song says one word more times than the other song? This one, okay. We'll play it and then we'll make a lot of money off of it. And for whatever reason, it works. Like, I can't even hate because whatever formula they figured out, it's been making them millionaires. So, you know what?
Well, it's not even, it's funny. It's not even that. If you play a song enough, people will like it. That's how songs like Call Me Maybe work. That's how songs like Friday work.
Yeah, see, I get those. I don't see it working for, like, a lot. Like, for pop, for whatever reason, I can slide it by pop. But for whatever reason, there's like so many hip hop songs though, unfortunately, that got the short end of the stick as far as come from when it comes to like the actual sound and execution of it. Cause you know me and my white girl music. I would get down with my white girl music. You know me.
No, but
But
like,
when it comes to stuff like this, deal, it's like I feel I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I'm just a little bit more unforgiving when it comes to hip hop and repetition. Because to me, hip hop is like you're going through with something fresh, though. For the majority of your verses or whatever, or at least for your chorus, like you try to water it down or at least make it very catchy. This one just lands in that annoying repetitive zone and not like the catchy repetitive zone for me.
yeah, but like, here's the thing. It don't matter, like, if a song's not good, if you play it enough, people will enjoy the song for some reason. It will make money. Because you hear it all the time, even if it's not repetitive. But the
Hmm.
problem is they don't do that with a lot of good hip hop songs. They only do with the ones that like repeat because people these days want songs they can dance to or turn up to. They don't a lot of times they don't want songs that you can like, you know, really get something out of it. And part of the reason a lot of people are unforgiving with hip hop versus pop is that hip hop's supposed to be spoken word but with music. So you get judged on how you bring it. That's why, like in hip hop, it's like taboo to have a ghostwriter because it's supposed to be how you spun words together to rhyme. It's embedded in our culture. Like we made the music, we made a lot of genres, but this one is specifically was made to literally speak about your experience, and then you're gonna have somebody else write it. That seems lame, but that's why, like, when it comes to rapping, everyone could be a rapper. Not everyone could be a respected MC in hip hop. Right now, we just got a lot of rappers, not a lot of MCs, unfortunately. Well, mainstream wise, I think we have a lot of MCs. They're just not on the radio.
Right. Mostly underground or something like that. You gotta look around for them.
Yeah, if you really into hip hop, then you're gonna hear some really good people. But yeah, YG, he was the weakest part of that song. Like 100%. I was like, dude, when's the last time you had a hit? Like, what's happening here? His verse was trash, but I did like, she bad. She bad. That actually got cut in my head. And then Cardi's verse was pretty good. But him, nah, he didn't contribute anything with the chorus. He should have just stayed there. Because when his verse hit, I was like,
Right.
She had to
To be
carry the
honest,
song. He was holding her back on her own record. And I was like, that's not good.
yeah, that about sums it up actually.
Okay. Next one, Through Your Phone. The intro was funny as hell. She's like, something about, I just want to burn your shit or something like that. That's how the song starts. Like, she's just saying, yo, this nigga made me so mad, I want to burn his shit. And she sounds so hard all through the song. And then she's singing as well. Allegedly, that's her singing. Which, that was the best singing she did in the entire album. She sounds very angry. And I basically put the synopsis of the song as someone's mad and he cheating. That's basically what the synopsis is.
Hmm.
But she coming at him real hard. I was like, man, don't cheat on Cardi B. She gonna burn your shit. Like, you gonna be end up in that movie, Acrimony. With
Oh,
Tyler
that
Perry.
too. You're right. Yep.
Yo, Taraji P. Henson looked crazy as hell in that trailer. I was like, I was with you until you went to the boat.
That is not a lie.
But yeah, what do you think of Through Your Phone?
Through your phone was pretty cool. It's there was a part where it's like I'm gonna call your mom and told her that she raised a bitch, and I was like, Jesus, Lord of mercy. Can y'all please stop being like this to Cardi? Like, I'm always thinking these things come from some experience in these people's lives, and I'm like, why? If y'all know these girls are savages out here, why are y'all messing around? Cause me, I'll like, yo, you got to know what you're getting yourself into, dog. Don't go call my mom. Leave her out of this. I mean, but yeah, the actual song now. If I can just stay on topic here, the actual song was fine. It was one of those hard hitting subjects, which means if it's a hard hitting subject for Cardi, she's gonna come with the hard hitting punchlines, and she did that, very similarly to Get Up 10, because everything came in hard for the song. It's you already know that when she's hurt, the sound goes up into that get up 10 kind of range where everything is like it's either meant to hurt someone's feelings or meant to be like OD hard ass rap, which she does pretty well, so I can't argue with it. So yeah, it reminded me of Get Up 10. So I think tell you what, if I did choose an honorable mention, I'd probably throw this in there.
All right, cool. And then the final song on that album is "I Do" featuring SZA. SZA sounds
Mm-hmm.
so hard on this record. I was like, what happened through the weekend and all that stuff. She sound and like one of my favorite lines in this song. She's like, "Yo, I just want to slap a bit just cuz," and I'm like, "Yo, who the fuck says that?"
Yeah.
But SZA sound really good. They actually work really good together. She sounded so hard on this track. I was surprised. Cardi verse was on point. The beat was simplistic, but because the way that they both had flow on the beat, it works so well. Um, Overall, I thought this was a good song. I'm not sure. It didn't feel like a closer per se, but I'm not mad that this was the last song on the album. What do you think of "I Do"?
I Do was pretty good. I got the Kalani vibes from it. Granted, obviously a little, slightly different, but like anything that shows me Cardi's range makes me happy. And this song went ahead and showed me that as well. And I kind of like that Cardi did choose to slow down her tempo a little bit, similarly to how she still tried to go hard anyway. It didn't bother me. So I got this pretty much the same vibes from it, and I'm plenty okay with it because um, I always thought like she come up with an album. I'm gonna see how she does with her range, her assortment of songs, her features, and all this. And I think this goes to add to it. Like she just wants to make sure that that Kalani one wasn't like a one hit that it just says it's here for the sake of being here. For people like me who want to say, hey, what else can you do? Like, do you know any other tricks? So now that I see that she done like two of them now and two of them very well. I'm pretty much satisfied with what she can do with her range, especially the I like it. So the Spanish one,
I
that
know.
was dope.
You got the title right. I knew exactly what you were
I
talking
know.
about.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to everybody who's listening, just in case they forgot.
I like
You
it
want to know?
like that.
You tripping over this album, so I already know you knew.
I like it like that. Hey, 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 baby. I'm making up words. That's not the real words.
You mix much?
Apparently. All right. So, closing remarks. I'ma say buy the album. I'm gonna put this as a perfect buy. I say buy it because there's something for everyone. If you want ratchet, there's plenty of ratchet. If you want hard lyrics, there's plenty of hard lyrics. If you want dance songs, there's plenty of dance songs. There's everything you could possibly want for all types of hip hop fans. So I say buy it. That's my verdict for Cardi B Invasion of Privacy. Your closing remarks, Mr. Brown?
Um, I set a bar for Cardi, and she met and exceeded that goal. I'm pretty much happy with what the end result was. Um, I'm glad to say that she does have some pretty good range. I'm glad to say that her punchlines are punchy as shit. I'm glad to say that hearing her as a feature on everyone's song in recent months translated very well to her doing her own solo thing. And I'm not really excited about hearing everything to the point of radio overkill. Hopefully, they don't ruin some of the ones I like for the album.
I'm sorry.
And hopefully, that one doesn't make to the radio. To be honest, I like the song and all, but like that doesn't need to be on the radio. But everything else about it is actually pretty smooth, guys. Like this is pretty good. I'm actually interested in seeing where she's gonna go for the rest of the year and what all the other female rappers are gonna do in response. Because right now, this is a pretty good look for her. And I think right now she's kind of like skyrocketing to the top. So I'm like, you know what,
right
guys?
Now, she's the queen of female rap as of right now.
I mean, my thing is, it makes good competition for everyone. So I'm kind of just like, I'm just so curious to see, like, what, if at all, might come closer to sort of top this. Maybe not in numbers, but maybe in like the punchiness or just like another well laid out album. It makes good competition, good for business for everybody involved. So I'm glad. I'm just interested in seeing where they go next with this now.
Yeah. All right. So, guys, you can hit us up at Echo U Podcast on Twitter. You can also find us on any social media sites at Echo Underground Podcast, including iTunes, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And if you are using an Android phone or Apple phone, there's plenty of podcasting apps, and you'll be able to find us under Echo Underground Podcast. And we will see you guys the next episode. Bye.
See ya.